Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and we do this live chat every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just a virtual stitching gathering where we all work on our own projects, whether that's crochet, knitting, weaving, spinning, whatever it is that we want to do. Some people are sewing and quilting while we are here live, but that's all that it is. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please remember that you do have to be logged in if you want to participate in the live chat. Speaking of the live chat, let's look around and see who is over there. Hello, everybody. Ooh, Freaky Geek is here early. Look at that, you guys. It's going to be a good night. Freaky was here on time. There's Dee here with the spanner. Oh, I do have to tell you guys, like half the moderators are sick or dealing with some ailment. So half of them are either cranky because they're sick or they're juiced up on medicine because they're sick. So don't mess around this evening, okay? Because the moderators have like they're here, bless their hearts, they're here, but they're drugged up or they're ill and cranky. So just be nice because the spanners might be flying at lightning speed this evening due to that. So just be careful. Be careful. So let's see what was going on. Oh, the first thing I wanted to tell you guys about is Bonnie Barker released it's not a shawl, it's a scarf. She designed a scarf in our Eco Bamboo yarn and it is beautiful. Of course, I don't have something here to show you guys, but we did post it on the Good Loops Facebook page and in the Good Loops Cafe, which is the Facebook group. So you can go and you can check out her lovely pictures there. It is a purchased pattern, but she does have video tutorials for it, so that should help you out. And it's really cheap. She has it on her lovecrafts.com store, which is Love Crochet, Love Knitting. They all merged their Love Crafts, which was the parent company for it. So she had, I think it's $1.99. She has it there for sale, you guys. It's so, so, so pretty. And of course, it's bamboo, and you know that I love the sheen of the bamboo. So it's glorious. Oh, Crocheting in Agreement is watching the ad. Thank you so much. For those of you who don't know, the way that YouTubers actually get paid is from the advertisements that get played on our videos. So if you skip those advertisements, then the YouTubers don't actually get any money for you viewing their stuff. You have to watch at least 30 seconds of the ad and then you can skip past it, because if you watch at least 30 seconds then we still get credit for it, we still get paid. That's how it works. So thank you so much for Crocheting in Agreement for watching the ad. Appreciate you so much. Lord, my mods are already going. Y'all, seriously, don't test them this evening. Half of them are ill. I'm telling you, half of them are ill, and they are going to end up spanning you, hitting you with the spanner, knocking you over the head. It's not going to be a good time, I promise. So I did my counting. You remember last week? Last week I said that I was going to do my counting, and then I said that I probably wouldn't get to do my counting before I got back this week. Well, I did it. I remembered to do it. It was the last minute. But yeah, I did it. Aw, hey, Kirby's here too. She suffers the ads just for me and Chantel. 'Cause you're sweet. I'm gonna redo this fasten off because I did not like how it fastened off at all. Wow, there's so many of you guys already here. Mercy! Where is, come on, really? Boy, I tell you guys, I can fasten off. Oh, so that's why it's looking all gross, because my my starting stitch wasn't all that fabulous. Let that be a lesson to you guys. Christine Torres said, "Hello, Stephanie. I got my first order of paint box yarn, and oh my god, I'm so in love with the yarn. It's nice yarn, isn't it? It's definitely top notch for acrylic yarns, in my opinion. The best that you could ask for." Freaky is Freaky be good tonight. Just telling you. Lindsay is working on pumpkins. You know it's never too early. It's never too early. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, oh, the pumpkin spam. I don't even know if that's a troll thing or if it's a real thing. I happen to like spam. I do. And I love pumpkin spice. Everything, of course. It's in my blood. I don't know how I feel about pumpkin spice spam. I don't know. It's pulling at me. Oh, Melissa's on the phone to the tax office. Oh, bless your heart. I do not envy you. All right, so that's tagged on. You guys want, I should have shown this before I flipped the screen. Look, I got a llama bag. Look at this big old thing. This is to take Good Loops orders to the post office. And today it wasn't even big enough for it. It's got little llamas on it. It's a 31 bag. And apparently they are discontinuing that fabric. So I got it just in the nick of time. Pumpkin Spice Life cereal. I don't know. I mean, maybe I shouldn't just blanketly say that I love pumpkin spice everything, all the things pumpkin spice, because there are some things that I don't think I would enjoy all that great. Yeah, no. Oh. Let's see. Pulling out some yarn. Let's see if this is going to be the right color for this round. Who knows, huh? Can you believe the news nowadays? No? I don't believe anything that's on the news. You don't believe anything. It is from Forever 31. I don't think that Chantel is here, Dee. I have not seen her. Oh, it's Chantel's birthday. Where is she? You know what? Let's see. Let me mess with her because she's probably working. Hold on, you guys. She's going to be so embarrassed. She's connected. She's on Facebook. Turn on. Let's see. Bet you she's not going to answer. She's not going to answer. She's ignoring me. These are my friends, you guys. She's not answering. Either that or she's watching and she's like, heck no. I know she's live on. Well, maybe she's busy because she's not answering the phone. Maybe she'll call me back. If she calls me back, I'll answer it and I'll put it on speakerphone. Then we can wish her a happy birthday. See, I lost my train of thought of what I was going to do. Did I? Nope. That's what I wanted to do. Back loops. Back loops, Steph. Back loops. Oh, let's see. Okay, so earlier today, I asked the folks in the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group to leave me some questions that they wanted me to answer while I was live here. Let me see if I can find them. Come on, phone, work, let me in. Guess who it is? It's Chantel. Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chantel. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thanks, Steph. How's it going?
It's going good. I just sang happy birthday to you live on YouTube.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, what time is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh
time.
my God.
It's time. So I
Well-
just sang happy birthday to you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great live chat.
Thanks. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll jump in.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Thank you. Bye.
She's so funny. She's so funny. I love her to pieces. No way. She's coming. She said that she's going to log in. Let me see if I can find this thread again. I have to find somebody that... Okay, here we go. I don't think she's here yet, guys. I know that she's on her way. Hold on. Give her just a second. She'll be here. Okay, so the first question that was asked... Oh, maybe if I can get back to it. Okay. Do you have a time frame for moving back to Florida? Yes. Yes, I do. That time frame is, pause for dramatic effect. Pausing. It is 544 days, 5 hours, 47 minutes, and 52 seconds. That's my time frame for moving back. You killed her with the surprise. Oh, I didn't kill her. Let's see. So that question was from Chris Bragg, and Chris asked a few of them. How many kids do you have? I have 2 daughters, 24 and 22, and then the grandbabies, who are 3, getting ready to be 4. And then, how do you know what stitches will and won't work with your doodles? Do you know a secret chart that helps you figure out what will fit into your spaces? Let me see. No, I don't always know, and that's why I end up frogging a lot. I have sometimes I have an idea. A lot of the times I have an idea of what I want to put in there, the desired effect, and sometimes that desired effect will take, 4 or 5 rounds before everything can come in, because there's different elements that have to be put in. But I think that I've just been crocheting for so long that I know the multiples for each. If I wanted to do a round of cross stitches, I know that I have to have 2 stitches for 1 cross stitch to work. So if I don't have an even number to work with, then I have to make adjustments. Same thing. I mean, it's just in my brain. I don't use a chart. I'm sure that there are books that are out there that separate the stitches into the different multiples that you need for each of them. I don't have one. I don't work with one. So the question is or the answer is no. I don't know. I'm sorry if that's boring, but I just don't. It's just whatever comes off my fingers. Alicia said, what helped you when... For me, anyways, it was just one of those things that it happened, and there was nothing that could be done about it, other than just keep moving and do the thing and get better, and there was no other option. So I just did it. It was 13 months of treatment to go through it, but I made it. It wasn't always fun. There was a lot of times where it wasn't fun, and thankfully the people that were around me dealt with me, but it is what it is. You don't really get, there is no other option other than to just do it. I didn't need anything to get me through it. There's Chantel. Hello. Happy birthday, Lovey. Everybody started screaming happy birthday, but you weren't in here yet, so they couldn't They couldn't tell you now everybody's going to have to do it all over again. It's a very special day. You know why? 'Cause it's Chantel from Fiberific's birthday. So, let's see. Other questions. Let's see. Maxine, of course, says, when are you coming to visit me in New Zealand? And then Leanne responded to her and said, great question. Us Aussies could get to there and have a huge get together someplace. I'd love to check out some New Zealand yarns. New Zealand is a place that I do want to go for no other reason other than to spend time with Maxine. Once Good Loops does start to expand, they do have a mill over there that I am interested in visiting and seeing what their practices are and seeing how they treat their people, where they source things from to make sure that it fits with Good Loops. You know, how we do things at Good Loops and how we feel about yarn, because you don't really know those things until you go and you visit. But the big reason is to see Maxine, because a lot of what you guys see here is Maxine's fault. Maxine knew me before I started my YouTube channel. She was one of my first subscribers to my YouTube channel. Maxine bulldogged me into starting the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group. She was the one who sent me my first South African yarn. If Maxine hadn't have sent me South African yarn, I never would have reviewed it as much as I did on my channel and on my blog, and Jennifer wouldn't have found me, and now I wouldn't have Good Loops with Jennifer. There's just, Maxine is to blame for so much of the wonderful things that have happened to me over the past 2 years. So going to New Zealand is a priority. I don't know when it will actually happen, but it will happen because I owe her a lot. No, Kim, you're not getting blamed for that part, but Kim is the reason that we have lives. And the reason that we have lives is because Chantel over at Fiberific used to do, well, she still does. She does live streams on Thursdays for us here in the States. No, Wednesdays here in the States. Thursday for them. And I used to frequent there all the time because, you know, I don't know anybody here. I still don't know anybody here. And Chantel was super, super sick. She was so sick. And people didn't want to make her feel guilty, but we were also missing being around our people and being around our group and congregating and being together. So Kim talked me into doing a live in my Facebook group, and I didn't like how it went. So the very next day, I learned how to do it through YouTube. I had my YouTube channel, but I didn't know how to do it. So I researched and I taught myself how to do it, and then the following week we started having lives on YouTube. So that's Kim's fault. But the vast majority of everything else is Maxine's fault. So I have to go and see her. Chantel said, I realized it's been years since I started the lives. Yeah. It's been a long time, Chantel. Hello, my Aunt Jean Ann. Oh, and Jen is over there. Jen is in New Zealand, and she's met Maxine. Maxine is like my crochet soul sister. She really is. She's that person that I can talk to about all of the craziness, and she just gets me. She just always gets me. And she calms me down when I'm more excited than I need to be about anything. Maria said, laugh out loud, every Monday night Aunt Jean Ann has 80 odd nieces and nephews. She's okay with that. She's a mama bear by nature. Or rather, a mama duck by nature. She's that mom that like stretches out her wings when it's raining and all of us get to cuddle up underneath her. That's who Aunt Jean Ann is. And Ida's here. Welcome, Ida. Let me see if there's more questions. I know that there is. I just got to get in here. Alicia says, if you won lots of money, would you A, go on a vacation somewhere you've never been, B, give it to charity, C, open your own business, or D, do all of the above or do none of the above, and why? If I won lots of money. Okay, so I don't come from money, so I hoard money. I'm not a frivolous spender. While it would be fabulous to, you know, buy the big house and all of that stuff, there's two things with that. One, I don't want to clean it. Two, I don't want to pay the taxes on it. So I wouldn't buy, I'm not one of those people that would go crazy. I would escalate moving home to be home with my family. Absolutely would escalate doing that. I would invest more into Good Loops. I would go to New Zealand and I would go to South Africa, which would kind of like be a vacation to me, but I don't know how to not work. So it would be a working vacation type thing. That's what I would do. For anyone on the South Island, did Sgt. Pepper's and Sticky Fingers make it through the big quake? Kelly, what are you talking about? What have I missed? I have no idea what is going on. If I had a superpower, what would it be? That's from Ida. And Ida's a moderator, so that gives her privileges to jump in the line. Ida's also a patron of mine, so there goes another privilege. And on top of all of that, Ida is the one that does our closed captioning for our videos. So she actually does manual labor for us, so that immediately shoots her to the top of all the lines in all the places with its crochet clock. If I had a superpower, what would it be? There's so many. What, you wouldn't come to Australia? Huntsman, Kim, Huntsman. Gosh, that's a really, really hard one. My first instinct is I would want to be able to heal. I would want to be able to heal people. I would want to be able to take away illness and all of that. But if I couldn't do something like that, because is that really considered a superpower? I don't think that that's considered a superpower. Time travel. I need to be able to do 3 days work all in the same day. Is it okay for me to say that? Because that would be really, really nice. My superpower would be Jonah's hands. Yeah, Jonah's got some quick hands, doesn't he? Hi, Yaya, to another Yaya. Hello, my sister and Yaya. Let me see. Let's see if there's another question. Oh, by the way, Alicia, I hope that answered your question. What makes you happy and why? There are so many things that make me happy. So many things that make me happy. I'm gonna tell you what doesn't make me happy. The movie A Dog's Purpose. I watched that yesterday. That did not make me happy. Let's see. What makes me happy? I can't just pick. Just like sunflowers. Sunflowers make me so happy. And the smell of Confederate jasmine when it's blooming, that first bloom, and you walk out of your house and that first whiff of Confederate jasmine that you get, it just washes over you. That makes me really, really, really happy. The ocean makes me really, really, not getting in the ocean because that's the shark's house. The smell of the ocean, the sound of the ocean, the visual appearance of the ocean, unless it's a big wave trying to come at me and murder me, that makes me happy. Let's see. Yarn, obviously, makes me really happy. That goes without saying, I think. Belly laughs. Belly laughs make me super, super happy. Like when you do something that makes somebody laugh and you can tell that it resonated and began the rumble in their pinky toe and worked all the way up their body and their face is just all alight. I love it when I make somebody belly laugh. I love it. Tim Tams make me happy. Tim Tams make me, yes, Tim Tams make me very, very, coffee makes me happy. Gosh, there's so much that makes me happy. That's a really, really hard question. Murder waves with death sharks, yes. Babies laughing, yeah. You guys, one of my friends from high school, her daughter her son, they just had a baby. And this baby, she posted a picture of it, and I had to walk around work showing it to everybody, going, look at this baby. That baby was laughing. I mean, laughing in this picture, and it was only a couple hours old. And how old do you think this baby is? Everybody's like, oh, I don't know, 3 or 4 months old. No, that's a newborn. That baby was just born, and she was just laughing. And it wasn't kind of, you know, like babies, people that aren't used to them, they're like, oh, she's smiling at me. You're like, no, that's gas. She ain't smiling at you. This was not gas. That baby was laughing. Ugh. It makes me happy. It makes me so happy. The smell of fresh cut grass when it's been mown. Ugh. Sometimes it bothers my allergies. Sharks with lasers. Sharks have lasers? I need to know if either of these restaurants are still open. Sergeant Pepper's was a steakhouse. Sticky Fingers did Italian. Where are we at, Kelly? Like, where are we at? She must be having a conversation with somebody else, cause I have just no idea of what's going on. My daughter didn't understand that today I just wanted a quiet day with Netflix and yarn and no work, and that was totally not acceptable as birthday shenanigans. It happens. What I know: pumpkin spice, family, Pluff Mud, sunsets, Money in the Bank, English dramas, fried green tomatoes, and shrimp. Okay, I don't know if my Aunt Jean Ann is listing things that make me happy or if she's listing things that make her happy, and it's just that coincidentally that we're family, so the same things also make me happy. I don't know. I don't know. But my Aunt Jean Ann just listed a whole bunch of things that make me happy. Oh, the smell of rain. I love the sound of rain. Little tip, if you ever kidnap me and want to just keep me asleep, you don't have to drug me. You just have to turn on the sound of rain, because I go to sleep every night to the sound of rain, and I have to set a timer on it, because if I don't set a timer on it, then I will just sleep until eternity. I will sleep for days, which is not good. You, dear, it's all about you. Hey, you know, I was just double checking. I didn't know. My girl's going to bed early so I can listen to your live in peace. Makes me happy. Aw, Mama, they work hard. They work hard. Them's good babies. Them's good babies. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Stop jumping. 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Hey, why are you flipping around like that? Stop it. Stop it. Act right. Act like you got some upbringing. Dun, 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 dun. What stitch is that? That is an embroidery stitch that I don't know the name of, that I'm just going to try out here and see if it's going to give the effect that I had in my brain. I'm trying it out with yarn. So we're going to see. Let me see. Next question. Let's see. What helped you overcome your fear of driving? Was that after your car accident? Yes, I was in a very, very bad car accident when I was young, and I did not drive for a decade. And the same person asked me another question earlier, and it's the same answer, because I didn't have any other option. I had to. I had to grow up. I had to get over it, because I had things that I needed to do, and I couldn't depend on other people to do it. No, it's not the bullion stitch. The bullion stitch is different. I dislike the bullion stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop jumping. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, no, get back on there. I did. No, it's not the bullion stitch. It's worked differently from the bullion stitch. I'm making like little shells, or at least I'm attempting to. It may not end up looking like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I used to do it a lot when I hand embroidered, but of course that's with embroidery thread, so it's a lot thinner, and it looks completely different. It looks like the flower of a petal. I used to do several of them because of how it turns. I would do several of them going around in a circle, and it would make a beautiful flower. But I just figured, you know, it might be nice little flower buds for this one. Oh, Kirby, wait until you get your first Eco Fusion and then try to go back to that mess. We will talk, honey. When it happens, we will talk. She's gonna frog it, I'll bet you. Dee, why are you trying to do that? I may surprise you. You don't know. Hey, Beverly. Let's see. Okay. If you had the choice, would you rather crochet, podcast, design for a living, or work outside the home? Often when people make their hobby a career, it becomes more work than hobby, and they don't like it anymore. Okay, so, I would much rather be able to podcast and do YouTube and Good Loops and all of that stuff than go to my 40-hour-a-week job. Not that my job is bad. It's not a bad job. It's not a hard job to do. It can be difficult at times. Some of the people that I have to deal with can be difficult, but the job itself is not difficult. What I do not like about my job is I do not like the hours that I work. I don't like having to work holidays. Let me tell you, it about broke my heart having to work on 4th of July. I don't like having to work on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't like any of that stuff. But to answer your question, I would stay the podcast. The podcast and all of the yarny stuff, even though my hobby has turned into my job, because Good Loops is now, the hours that I am putting into Good Loops is another full-time job within itself. And YouTube is a part-time job. I think that I would be able to do more, and there are times when I have to crochet and do things with yarn that I don't really enjoy because it's work and because I need to do it, but there's also a whole queue of things that are sitting in my brain that I want to do for me that I can't do because I don't have time, because I have all of this work going on. So I don't think that I would lose the love for it because it was work. I think it would be more. I would enjoy it more. Hey, Linda Gates. Jean, my Aunt Jean Ann said family, she does all 3 now. I would like for her to go back to 2 at least. Yes, I would really like to go, I would like to go back to just 2. Chantel said, I have protected parts of my yarn craft journey so that I have stuff that is definitely not work. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. Nope. It was worth a shot. Good news, Mom saw how peaceful the baby sleep was with the blanket and compromised. He can keep it, but I'll make her one in the future. Aww. Well, that's good. That's very good. How long have you lived in New Mexico? October 28th will be 4 years. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Sitting on a beach, drinking a drink with an umbrella in it, with my yarn at my side and my feet in the sand, under a lovely shade because I'm white and I burn. That's where I see myself in 5 years. Hush it, Dee. Hush it. Just hush it. I'm playing. Come on. Nope. How can it be New Mexico for so long? Right? With sand in the yarn. Hey, look, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. They were fancy stitches. Yeah, I'll probably put them somewhere else. It just wasn't the effect that I was wanting for this one. Sue. Really, Sue? If you were a tree, or what kind of tree would you be? Um, you know, gosh, you guys, asking me all these funky. Teresa, my DK weight is my favorite. It better be an East Coast beach. It'll be an East Coast beach. Am I on live? Yes, Kathy, you are. You are here. We are live. I'd be a live oak. Not just because they litter the South and I miss the South, but because I have this thing, like, whenever I would go to England or Scotland or anywhere over in Europe, I had this thing because there's like buildings there that have stood there for hundreds of years, and they're still there and they're still doing their thing. And if those stones could talk and could tell us all the things that they have seen and all of the secrets that they've heard, and no matter how old I get, whenever I find myself in situations like that, I still just like lean up against the wall and just wait just a couple minutes, just wait without saying anything, just in the off chance that maybe today will be the day that the stones will tell me their secrets. They don't ever, but I still remain hopeful. And it's the same thing for live oaks. I love them. I think that they are very majestic, and I too consider myself very majestic. Birthday month, crown, all of that, you know. But the Spanish moss, I love how it decorates the trees and makes them all look unique, and their branches are so big. Aunt Jean Ann, you're allergic to everything outside. What do you what do you want me? You're allergic to nature itself. There's no tree that I can choose that you will be okay with. Maybe a crepe myrtle, maybe. Come on. Bobby asked, what is your favorite type of yarn and why? Oh, Bobby. Oh, Bobby. I don't know that I have a particular favorite part, or I don't know that I have like an ultimate favorite yarn. I don't think that I do, because I love yarn so much, and some yarns are good for some things and they're not so great for other things, but just because they're not so great at some things doesn't make them any less fabulous. I love yarn in general. There are some yarns that I am not a fan of, like the novelty yarns. I'm not big on novelty yarns. I'm not big on super bulky yarns. Aran Weight is pushing it for me. I'm not a fan of the heavier weight yarns. I can't choose a favorite. I don't really have a favorite. Aunt Gina Ann said, if it's live oaks or yellow pine, dead or alive, I'm allergic. Okay, how about I would be a palmetto tree? Does that make it better for you, Aunt Jean Ann? Though they're certainly not as majestic, and they're not as old as live oaks, so they don't get to see all of those stories, and the kids don't get to crawl all over them, and lovers don't have their first kisses underneath them. The palmetto tree's not all that romantic, Aunt Jean Ann. If you could only use one yarn for the rest of your life, what would it be? Fusion. Ecofusion. If I was limited to one yarn it would be Ecofusion. Beverly asked, are you starting to get tired of Yaya's garden? And are you starting to resent it? No! No, I'm not getting tired of Yaya's garden. For those of you who don't know, this is Yaya's garden. This is what everybody is calling this pattern. No, I'm not getting tired of it, and I certainly don't resent it. But what I am dealing with now is you guys only see me for 2 hours here on Monday evenings. The patrons get to see a little bit more of me because I spend most Sundays with them, sometimes the entire stinking day live with them. You know, I have other projects that I'm filming and other things that are going on. So my brain, I don't do well with multiple things going on at once, having multiple projects, and I've never been that kind of person. I like to focus on one project and give it my all and give it my best and then be done with it and then move on to something new. So my brain gets flustered and cluttered when I'm working on something else, and through this I had to write the pattern for Yaya's Hugs. I had to work up and film the video tutorials for Yaya's Hugs while I was working on this. And now I am working up and filming the video tutorials for the Blue Happy crochet along that's starting on September 15th. So my brain is going to all kinds of different directions, and unfortunately Yaya's garden is suffering for it because it's not turning out anything like what I envisioned in my head. And unfortunately, because my brain has been away from this for so long, it hasn't been at the top of the priority list for so long, I've forgotten what that vision was. But I'm not getting tired of it. No, we were just talking about magnolias the other day, and you loved the one we had and the flowers. I do love magnolia flowers. I love magnolia trees too. Okay, fine, I'll be a magnolia tree. I'll be a magnolia tree. Oh, let me see. Next question. Let's see. Why are you looking at me? Kim, I was looking at you because you like to trigger me just so my crazy will come out of its box. That's why I was looking at you. And because I know that you're drugged up, so you would be extra sassy with it. When did you start crocheting and what made you start? I learned how to crochet when I was 10 or 11, and my mother moved us to Oklahoma, and I didn't know anybody there. And I didn't want to know anybody there. And there was this older woman that we lived with, and all she did was sit there in her chair and watch daytime television and crochet. And she taught me how to crochet in the round, and I probably made hundreds of coasters because I would sit there right next to her. And bless her heart, you know, now looking back on it, I probably wasted so much of that woman's yarn just making circles, because I would sit there for hours and hours and hours and make circles probably about this big, and then move on to another one and make more circles. And then I moved to textiles, and my attention changed to textiles and embroidery and fashion. 16th century fashion, to be specific. and I spent many years down that rabbit hole where I did a lot of hand embroidery. I would hand embroider big tapestries and scroll work and things like that. And then I went home to visit my Aunt Jean Ann and Amy. When did I go home? I think it was one of my emergency visits back home, but my cousin Amy had crocheted this blanket for my other cousin's son who had just been born, and it was so pretty, and it made me happy when I looked at it, and it wasn't even being given to me, but it made me happy when I looked at it. And I had only been out here, I hadn't been out here for very long, and I was really missing family, really missing home, and which hasn't changed. It still hasn't changed. Very lonely out here because, again, I don't know anybody, but then again, I don't want to know anybody, so I don't try. So I wanted something at that point. I didn't have my YouTube channel, and I didn't have all of you guys. I didn't have It's Crochet O'Clock at all. So I picked crochet back up because it was just another thing that connected me to my cousin who I missed a whole lot, and then everything just exploded from there. So I've known how to crochet for a really long time, but it hasn't been until recent years that I really dove back into it. Oh, Beverly made jalapeno poppers and she nicked her fingers, so she can't crochet because her fingers hurt. No! Julie Esper asked, what is your favorite fiber to crochet with? I can't answer that because I don't have one specific fiber that I prefer. I prefer different fibers for different things. So it just depends on what I'm making. Aunt Jean Ann said, we also started doing the ruffled scarves and you went full speed ahead, left full crazy. Yes I did. Yes I did. What is your favorite wearable crochet? Do you mean like accessories? She's not here. I don't think Julie's here in the hey Wanderlust. I don't think Julie's here in the chat this evening. Do you mean like accessories? I love the drape that bamboo gives. I also love silk because, you know, I'm bougie. So I love silk. Probably silk. Yeah, I love silk. It also makes me think of my nanny. Silk. I love silk. What's your favorite pattern? Carol Varney asked that question. What's your favorite pattern? My favorite pattern is whatever it is that I'm heading towards next. Oh, I don't really have a, there are patterns that I have different, that I love for different times. I don't know. I'm kind of boring, you guys. I can't answer all of these. Like, I don't have particular favorites. Let's see. Have you used your Bendigo cotton and what do you think about it? That's from Melissa Coles. Melissa, I don't have any Bendigo cotton. I have the cards that Kim sent me, but I do not have Bendigo cotton. And do you want me to tell you why? Because I was so overwhelmed with everything at convention. I got to see Sandy Walker. I did get to spend some time with Sandy Walker, but there were so many things going on and I was speaking to so many people that I completely forgot to meet up with Sandy and exchange nurturing fibers for the Bendigo. I was in the car on the way to the airport and she sent me a message and was like, hey, we need to switch yarn. And I'm like, Sandy, I'm on the way to the airport. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst ever. So I still don't have Bendigo yarn to try out. Yes, I was supposed to get it from Sandy and I did not. Yeah. Yeah. The craziness. The convention was crazy, you guys. It really, really was. What am I going to do with this? What was my... I don't even know what my thing was for this. Goodness. I've lost my flare here, guys. Why am I going into the left side of this stitch? By the way, I think that it's important for me to note that I shaved one of my legs today twice while I was in the shower. That's the kind of day that I'm having. I had literally just got finished shaving my leg and bent down and shaved the leg again. That's the day that I'm having. What Bendigo would you... Oh, let me see. I just saw those cards. Just saw them. Hang on. Hang on. There's my notes. That's super secret squirrel. There they are. I see them. These are the cards that Kim sent me. Come here. Is that a card? No. So let me see. Of course, the cotton. But you know, I always get mixed up. Did you shave the other one? Yes, I shaved the other leg once I realized that I had shaved one leg twice. Any news on the Dallas Fiber Festival thing? Nope, not yet. It is the 19th. Applications closed yesterday, so fingers crossed. Keep praying for us. I definitely want to try the 100% cotton, even though it does not, here on these, sometimes the little examples feel a little bit different than what the actual yarn feels like. I would like to try some of the 100% cotton. And this luxury does not appeal to me at all. This classic definitely does not apply to me at all. Neither does this classic. But this stellar down here, and I don't care about the rest. I mean, no, I don't care about the rustic. But those are wools, 100% pure wool. So that's probably why it is, because you guys know that I have a texture thing. But let me tell you, this stellar is 50% bamboo and 50% wool. And I'm in love with it, you guys. It's not the softest thing ever, but it's pretty. It's super, super shiny. I don't know if you guys can see the sheen on it from the bamboo. Of course it's not focusing in on it. It's going to be a jerk, but it's got this beautiful sheen to it. I hate that it only comes in these colors. Not that they're bad colors, so they're not bad colors. I just want more colors. It's pretty. Does anyone here use Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby? I have before. I really like the Hint of Silk from Yarn Bee. That's 80%. I think it's 80% bamboo, 20% silk, or maybe 85-15, something like that. No. Oh, I'm sure it does hand dye beautifully, but that's a rabbit hole I have not gone down, and I do not want to go down, because you guys will lose me. Kim has Hint of Silk. Yes, she does. I sent her some Hint of Silk. That is Not what I wanted to do either. Lord, I am having issues. I've just lost my mojo completely. I really have. No. No. Stephanie's here. Oh, she's got a migraine. I'm so sorry. What's for supper tonight? Beverly is having baked chicken, mashed new potatoes, fresh green beans from the garden, hot rolls homemade, and fresh peach cobbler. I am going to Beverly's house right now. Gotta go, guys. Bye. Dee said I would love all the Good Loops colors. Don't want much, do I? Oof, there's 43 colors, and you know what? They're coming out with more. They're coming out with more solid colors, and they're coming out with more speckles. We were just talking about that in our meeting this morning. So I think it's going to be like 3 to 4 weeks before our next shipment gets here. They're all being dyed now. It's so great. Let's see. Uh-oh. I think I missed something. What hand-dyed colors do you like? What hand-dyed colors do I like? Goodbye, Chantel. Happy birthday. Please be lazy. Please be as lazy as you possibly can. I love you very much. I will talk to you soon. I like vintage colors. I like muted colors. I am not a bright blam yow in your face type of person. Not that there's anything wrong with those colors. I do use them. I have used them from time to time because I felt a situation called for it. But the colors that I am drawn to are more old world colors. Very, very, very muted, like this. Just very muted colors are the colors that I am more drawn to. And anything that looks like sea glass. If it's a sea glass colorway, I will gravitate to it quicker than anything else. Like Kelly's Yaya's Hugs that she's doing, I hate her for it because I wish I would have done it. I love it so much. I want it so much. I love sea glass. I love it oh so much. Gosh, where was I going here? This is bad, y'all. Seriously bad. I was going someplace. And now for the life of me, I can't remember. Because my little doodles, those were an afterthought. There was something else. But it was like 3 weeks ago, you guys, and lately I've been having issues remembering yesterday. I don't know. Have you tried Yarn Bee Soft Secrets? It's acrylic but very soft, not like the acrylic we hate. No, I have not tried it. I'm sorry I'm not paying attention. What is sea glass? Sea glass colors. Let me see. Let me see if I can put together sea glass colorway in Fusion. Is this Fusion? Hang on. Should do a front post double. No, they're chain spaces. Let's see. Pulling out the bonbons. Okay. Sea glass, sea glass. Hold on, I'm pulling out. Hang on. Bear with me. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Eh. See, colors like that put together make up sea glass. Sorry, honey, if it wasn't for my mom, it would be yours. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Those are sea glass colors. Mint, right here. This is mint. Although it looks different on... It looks different because of the colors, but yeah, mint's in there. I want to use a 4-weight yarn on a baby blanket. What would you recommend? Paintbox Simply Aran if you are looking for acrylic. Them sea glass colors. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And it's so happy. I love sea glass. I really do. I gotta put all of these bonbons back in here. The bonbons! And pray that I don't accidentally miss one. I'm so hungry, my stomach is touching my back. Well, honey, eat. Eat. Don't let me hold you up. If you're hungry, you're hungry. Feed yourself. Treat yourself. Write your ideas down when you have them. Yeah, that's the hard part. I forget who I was talking to. It was either Shelly or it was my Aunt Jean Ann that I was telling that it's hard for me to stop what I'm doing when I'm designing to write things down, because I just want to get it out of my head. Like I see something in my brain and I just want it to come out and come off my fingers, and I don't want to stop to write things down. I got to get better with it. I really, really, really do. Let me just do this. I'm just fed up. We're just gonna... I'll probably end up frogging this next week because I'm just fed up. Hello, Blind Needle. Welcome to the chat. Oh no. Sally's cat just attacked her. That's not good. Did I just do singles? My brain is not okay, you guys. My brain is not with the program. Come here, back loop. Come here. I'm probably going to end up frogging it. Speaking of cats, whatever happened to the stray? The stray went to Catherine's mom's house and got renamed Cricket, and 3 weeks later promptly gave birth to kittens. Yep. So now Catherine's mom has I think she had 5, but 1 died. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Goodbye, Jai Good. See you next time. Oh, no, I don't. I already don't like that. That's not okay. By the way, I've frogged my Yaya's hugs several times. It's a thing. I know it's a thing. I know it's a thing. So did you get a kitten to keep? No, I did not get a kitten to keep. I have Roscoe. That's all I need. I'm not supposed to be eating ice cream. I had salad for dinner. So there is room for ice cream. Evie, I will try to remember to call you Evie, but please do not get upset with me if I do not remember, because there's a very good possibility that I might not. Whew. Oh, you guys. So, some of you may remember that Ida was heavily suggesting that I needed to watch Jane the Virgin. I gave in, and it is hilarious. It is hilarious, and there is this commentator guy that talks through the whole thing, and he is probably my favorite character in the entire thing. And I would also like to share that I watched Aquaman for the first time last night, and I enjoyed it very much. Just thought that I would share all of that with you. Doesn't have anything to do with it's got Jason Momoa in it, okay? I thought that it was a good movie. He helped a lot. But it was a good movie. Didn't Sandy get you any? Yes, Sandy did get me some, but I didn't meet up with her because I am the worst. I am the absolute worst. And I did not meet up with her because I was so busy with everybody else that I lost track of time, and frankly I forgot about it because I had so many other things going on in my brain. I liked when they ate the roses. That was pretty funny. There were a lot of funny movies in, or there was a lot of funny moments in the movie, rather. Sometimes you just want to be a girl enjoying her yarn. Tech can wait for later. Yeah. I concur. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. I don't know. We'll pretty it up next round. Somehow, next round we'll figure it out. People eat roses. They did in the movie. Isn't there a lot of people that eat roses? Because, yeah, like those fancy salads that are at places that I don't go and eat because I don't belong there. I like it when he said that he would have just peed on it. Yeah, that was funny. So 90% of it was because of Jason Momoa, who, by the way, used to live in, I don't know how to say that, Adelaide? He's from Hawaii, isn't he? No, he's from Iowa. Well, I mean, he was born in Hawaii, but I think he grew up in Iowa. I thought maybe I might be confusing him with somebody else. So how much of Jane the Virgin have you watched now? All 5? No, I'm still in season 1. Don't ruin it for me. I am still in season 1. Let's see. I don't understand why you beat yourself up so much. The average person couldn't do as much as you. Aw, thank you, Beverly. I beat myself up so much because I'm OCD and I can't help it. It's just who I am. He was in El Paso today showing support. Was he? Jason Momoa doesn't turn my crank. I know that's unusual. I also don't care for Brad Pitt and never have. You know, most of the time, if I could just look at Jason Momoa, if he would just stand there and let me look at him, I would be fine with that. Because most of the time when he opens up his mouth, it all just goes... Unless he opens up his mouth and Khal Drogo comes out. And then, you know, the shivers. Nope, I have not seen that show. Unusual Practical Life. Have not. So sorry. What else did I watch? Oh, I started watching, y'all, understand that I am very, very busy. Okay? So I don't want any flack because I just watched Aquaman last night, and then what's the other movie with Batman and Aquaman and Wonder Woman? I know Kim is probably going to answer that, and she's probably going to fuss at me. But I started watching that last night. And then I couldn't keep my eyes open anymore, so I had to stop it. Lauren said, listen, I nodded off and woke up to talk about Jason Momoa. Yes, I need some Khal Drogo in my life. I started watching Westwood, and I could not make myself stay interested in it. Yes, the Justice League. Thank you. I started watching the Justice League last night. I need to finish it tonight. Maybe, if I can stay awake. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to stay awake to finish eating dinner. I don't know. We'll see. Because I got up early this morning. Y'all was buying some yarn this weekend, y'all. That whole bag behind me, that big old bag behind me was filled up today when I went to the post office. And my big old It's Crochet O'Clock bag, my personal one, it was filled up with bags. I mean, thank you, thank you, thank you. So very, 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 very thankful, but I had to get up early, y'all. No, I have not gotten to that scene yet, Kim. I've just gotten to the scene where they lit the Amazons lit the beacon, and Wonder Woman has just seen the beacon being lit. That's where I had to stop. And then part of the reason is whenever I get time to actually sit and watch TV, y'all know what I sit and watch? Documentaries. I'm never going to change. I am going to be the same boring person for the rest of my life because I don't care how many documentaries I watch about history and fashion history and textiles. I still always am hungry to learn more, and I always go down that rabbit hole. Always. There's nothing about Eleanor of Toledo that I do not know. Nothing about that woman that I don't know. But I saw a documentary. No, it wasn't really a documentary. It was a talk that somebody had, and they put it up on YouTube from where they were giving their little speech about their report that they had written. It was like an hour and a half long. I made time to sit there and listen to this woman talk about Eleanor of Toledo, and I know all about her. I can't stop. Good night, Bobby. See you next week. I don't think that there's anything wrong with documentaries either. I love them. I found this channel, Real Truth History, on YouTube, and they have a lot. I guess it's a British TV series. Well, I know that it is, but there's 2 of them that they show on there where they go to these listed homes, and listed homes in the UK means that they're part of the Historical Act. You know, they have to, before they can make any changes to them, they have to go through the board and all of that to get approval to make sure that it stays within history. And these people buy these old houses, and it documents their journeys of going through. And I mean, these houses are in bad shape. The poor things. And I went on a binge of those, just like watching anything, even when I was driving home at night. Speaking of which, I forgot to call my brother the other night. Whew. This is how my brain works. I drive home at night and I turn them on and listen to them while I'm driving because I'm so addicted to them. You missed it. She said she will probably frog it next. What am I going to frog now? What did I do? Stop. Stop it. Act like you have some upbringing. I have no idea where the chat has gone. I went off on my own little tangent, and now I am completely out of the loop with the conversation. I get completely wrapped up in anything that has to do with history, especially if it has to do with fashion or textiles. I get completely wrapped up in them. Like, you guys, Eleanor of Toledo, okay, not to go on another tangent, okay, Eleanor of Toledo, her husband had this brocade made for her, and it's the brocade that she's wearing in a gown that is the most famous portrait of her and her son, Giovanni. The brocade had to go through 11 different processes in order for it to be made. That's how fancy this brocade was. And when he bought the fabric for her, it cost the equivalent of 48,000 USD in today's money. That's how expensive it was. And they kept only enough for her to make a gown out of. The rest of it went to her sisters in Spain, and for them to make gowns of, and she cut a small piece from what was supposed to be for her gown, and she donated it to her local church for them to, because it was so fine and it was so fancy, for them to make an altar cover out of. 11 different processes for that brocade to be made. Oof. That's some fancy stuff, you guys. Fancy stuff. Sue, I still don't know how you manage life without TV. Like, thank goodness you have YouTube. It's how we were brought up. Blame it on Nanny and Poppy. That's true. And Uncle Skip. My Uncle Skip, like you guys, not that any of you will ever have the opportunity, but in the event that you ever run up on my Uncle Skip and somebody tries to bring out the Trivial Pursuit game, just walk away. You're gonna lose. It's hours of your life that you are never ever gonna get back. You can't replace them. There's no chance for you. I don't care how smart you think you are. He's 30 times smarter than you. Okay? He's like an elephant and a computer mixed all into one. The man knows everything. Ask him any question from Trivial Pursuit, And I'm talking about the original Trivial Pursuit, not all of these fancy things that they have nowadays, like old school Trivial Pursuit. Oh, he will ruin you. Yes, the camera froze. When did that freeze? And why does it keep doing that on me? Let me see if I can flip. Nope, it's still frozen. It doesn't like me. And there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it other than restart the whole thing. And you guys don't want me to do that. I'll pick it up every now and then and show you what I'm working on. So we only have like 30 minutes left. Oh, it's going slow. Let's see. I just subscribed to BritBox and I've been binging. I've thought about subscribing to BritBox, but I haven't. Because I discovered Real Truth Documentaries channel on YouTube, and there's so much there. It did blip. I saw it blip. I can start with all the pieces and just have to get in the center and answer a question while my husband starts from scratch, and he will always win. That's exactly how it is with my Uncle Skippy, y'all. Ugh. Lordy. I would still play I Love Trivia. I love Trivial too, but you know what? He's so stinking good that it's no fun. It's no fun at all. It just leaves you feeling stupid. Goodbye, Evie. Have a good day or evening, depending on where you are. Do I have more questions? No, I do not have more questions. That was all of the questions. Welcome back, DB. My downward camera is for some reason frozen. I do not know why. I think that I need to just delete my program that I use to broadcast with and start afresh. Start anew with everything, but then I'm going to have to annoy the patrons. Let's see. Just go that way. There we go. Trivia is no fun when the competition is on it. No. No. Plus, I'm a know-it-all and I'm a sore loser. There's so many things about playing Trivial Pursuit with my Uncle Skip that just, I don't like losing, and I will lose every single time with him. I like to feel like I'm the smartest in the room, even if I'm not. And when I'm around him, I'm definitely not. Kirby is displeased. Must wait till Squishmail to continue Yaya's hugs. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kirby. So sorry. Why will you have to annoy the patrons? I will have to annoy the patrons with the testing of seeing if all of the settings are right or not. Be like, hey, you guys around? Hi, can you hear me? Do you remember when I got my new microphone and I was like, hey, I want to try my new microphone? And you guys were like, oh God, what is that sound? Yeah. Yeah, my patrons give me money every month for me to torture them. Don't you annoy them? Anyways, I do. I annoy them all the time. Here lately, it's been every single Sunday. Every single Sunday. Ooh, it just moved again. I saw it blip. I'm trying to decide if I need to go back to the doctor to get my test results or just assume I definitely have influenza and keep taking the meds. I think you should go back to the doctor and get your results, Kim. What if it's the bubonic plague? You probably want to know that. We will not be disgruntled for you doing what you have to do. Oh, look. Carol is the most supportive thing ever. Poor Carol, she's always there in the morning when I finally get up and finally get to filming, and she listens to me fuss, and then she reminds me, remember, you love Emma. Yes, I do. I love Emma very much. She's my little angel that sits right there on my shoulders. It's like, now. I know you're unhappy, but remember, you love Emma. And watch me eat snacks, yes. Hello, Critter Kid. So we get to see you in your PJs and watch you eat snacks. I don't think they tested for that, so if it's plague, I still won't know. Aww. He is an information warehouse. What did I do? Thank goodness you saw me live. Uh-oh, why? Oh, now I get it. Thank goodness you saw me live. Okay, yes. Hi! Sorry, my downward camera is playing up this evening. Again, I don't know why. It should not be. Technical difficulties. It's okay. We only have about 30 minutes left in chat, so I'm just letting it be. And there is Kim on the other shoulder. Yeah, that's true. Kim's over there going, do it. And Carol's like, now. Be nice. What's your favorite sport? Anthony said, what's your favorite sport? Oh, gosh. Football. Football. I mean, I played volleyball, softball, and ran track. So I love volleyball. I'm not a fan of baseball. Baseball is the most boring. If you're not playing it, like out there playing it, and you're just sitting there just watching it, it's the most boring thing ever. I don't like basketball either. Which is odd because I spent so many years of my life on a volleyball court doing the same thing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. No, I like football. Let's see. I like football and motorcycle racing. Those are my sports. You have good angles and bad angles. Everybody has good angles and bad angles. Although my brain probably went to a completely different place than what it is that we're talking about here. 30 minutes to print an email. Oof, that's not okay. Take basketball over golf or tennis. Look, golf is just a reason to drive around in a little go-kart and drink beer. Golf is, I come from a place where there's literally nothing but golf courses all over the place all the time. Everywhere. And everybody plays golf. I am not a golfer. I can't hit it. Who's your favorite football team? College or professional? Professional is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and college is Florida State. Yeah, you know, that's not all that bad now that I'm looking at it. Be thankful you don't have cricket. Oh, all right, look, I couldn't do it. I'm just going to tell you true. I could not do it. Get in there. Get in there. Wait, isn't that all sports to drink beer? No. No, definitely not. Like, for instance, you wouldn't be drinking beer while doing synchronized swimming. That's considered a sport. Yeah, golf is pretty stinking boring. But growing up in South Carolina, where there was nothing but golf courses all the way around, everywhere. Every year, when the Heritage Golf Tournament comes around, it was held in my hometown, and so many people would come for the Heritage that they had to close school down. So that was always the start of skipping season for us. Aunt Jean Ann, close your ears. Close your ears. That was always the skipping season, the start of it for us, when we all knew that, because that meant that it was warm enough to go to the beaches. So that's when we would all go to the classes. Hopefully, when we were in high school, hopefully in the morning time, that was all of our important classes. And then the ones that were not so important were in the afternoon, because then you could just leave school with your friends and go to the beach. I love you, Auntie Nan. Have you ever made something with a sport logo? Yes. Yes, I have. A couple times. I've done like team colors, and I did two blankets, I think, that were very annoying to do, and I don't think that I would ever do another one willingly. I would have to really like the person to do another one, because they were a pain in the butt. They were a pain in the butt. If synchronized swimming involved laying in the pool lounger, you would. Yeah. Hey, Jackie. Welcome to chat. Have you made a blanket in your team colors yet? No, I've not made one for myself. Most of the time when I make something, and in fact, I think the only thing that I've ever kept just for myself was my first Arizona. I've kept that for myself, but I end up giving everything away. Like even my Yaya's Hugs behind me is going to my Aunt Jean Ann. I don't normally keep things after I make them. Ooh, that's dinner. That scared me. I was not ready for that. Had to put laundry in the dryer and prep snacks for my daughter's class tomorrow. Aww. Good parenting. Good night, Chris. Yes, it is almost time to get ready for bed. I'm so thankful that dinner has come late. It means that it's going to be yummy. Somehow I just don't feel like, oh, it is what it is. It is what it is, Stephanie. Just go with it. Whew, what's for dinner? Chicken wings. I'm getting teriyaki wings because I have this horrible craving for Asian food. And I can't get enough of it, and I want more of it. I want all of it, and I don't know why. I have no good reason to be craving Asian food the way that I am. But I want like a whole wok of fried rice to myself. That's what we did so far. It's not what I was wanting for the center. Not what I was wanting at all, but it'll be okay. And it's starting to bubble up, so I'm gonna have to work on that and fix it. We may end up frogging everything next week, y'all. Fresh sheets from the dryer are the best when you're sick. Oh, Lauren, I hate that you're feeling bad, lovey. I hate it. You and Kim, you poor things. You're so sick. Hello, Sun Media. Welcome. Whew. Asian food, yes. I love good Asian food, but I live in the desert, okay? I don't trust sushi around here. Everybody's like, oh, go to this place. They have great sushi. Really? You know what, Sue, you've been hanging around with Kim and Dee for too long because, like, you're a little instigator. You're a little instigator. Yes, Jennifer, my hands are frozen. They've been frozen for like the past 10 minutes. I would have to stop the stream and restart the program in order to get my camera up there to do what it's supposed to be doing. Kim said I made fried rice the other day and there was enough for one leftover meal. Oof, I would eat it all. I would eat it all. I love it so much. Good night, Mary. Very good luck on Wednesday. My eldest stole it. See, I would have thrown hands. I would have just thrown hands. Oh no. Is like everybody in Australia getting sick? Chantel was coughing. Kim has got influenza. What is going on? Now Sally's feeling like a little bit ill. That's not okay. Joy said, I'm in Taiwan. Funny that all the best food here is Japanese or Korean. Oh, that's what happens when I'm trying to read and talk. Taiwanese food is mostly just takeout. I miss good sushi. I could eat my weight in sushi, but right now I really just want an entire wok of fried rice to myself. Anthony said, I still have my truck blanket that my mom made me. You know, those are some of the best things. I know at my nanny's house, there are Afghans at my nanny's house that I literally do not remember a time in my life when they were not a thing. Like, I always remember that. My earliest memories of life, I can think back to my nanny, my poppy's living rooms, and those Afghans were on their couches. And I'm 40. Those things have lasted for forever. Seafood not so good in where you live. No, I live in the middle of the desert. There ain't no such thing as fresh seafood here. I don't care what they say. Oh, Sally's got an earache. Poor thing. Melissa Coles has been unwell too? No. I miss good Italian food. Listen, I'm Italian. I don't know if y'all know that or not. I'm Italian and I can make some Italian food. Y'all should have seen me the first time I went to try and get ricotta cheese at the grocery store here. Could not find it. Could not find ricotta cheese in any grocery store. I think my Aunt Jean Ann might remember me having a breakdown because I needed stuffed shells in my life. Needed stuffed shells in my life. And I went to every single grocery store in my town and the town that I work in, everywhere looking for ricotta, and I couldn't find it. I had a meltdown, you guys. It was not okay. And I had to order my shells on Amazon and have them shipped to me because nobody carried the shells. It's the land that God forgot. 15 minutes. Thank you, Ida. Thank you so much. Sue said I did the same thing. I cried. I know. It's so awful. And when the poor guy at the grocery store, because I was calling all of the grocery stores trying to get green tomatoes so I could make fried green tomatoes. This is how much my family loves me, you guys. I almost had a breakdown in the middle of the grocery store, standing right there in front of the produce guy. And he's like, no, we can't order them because people don't buy them, so they end up going bad. So we don't ever order them. And I'm like, never? He goes, no, we're never going to order them. What do you mean? What does any of this mean? It was- My Aunt Jean Ann had to mail me green tomatoes from my cousin's garden because I was not well. Man, it was crazy. And everything is chilies, and green chili season is just starting. So now on every corner they've got these big old huge roasting drum things that turn, and the flames go over the chilies and they roast the chilies. So the entire town smells like roasted green chilies trying to kill me. Man. I grew up in the Northeast and was taught how to cook from Sicilian grandmothers. Yeah, yeah, that's good food. You know what, Sue? If you come to Dallas, we're going to have to make dinner. We're going to have to cook as if we don't have enough going on in Dallas. We're going to have to cook dinner. I still have to find a place that's not, I don't know how to say it without sounding offensive. I got to find a mechanical bull in Dallas that's not in too rowdy of a place. And this is why us Southerners should never leave the South. I concur. I concur. But it's okay. I will be back there soon, and back to fresh shrimp. Oh, the shrimp. Y'all, I miss being able to, like, walk out into your backyard and cast a net and pull in the shrimp. Clean them and eat them. I miss it so much. Whew. Have fun with that. What are we? Oh yeah, have fun with cooking in Dallas. I don't know. I have grand things, like I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna make biscuits and gravy for the South Africans that are coming over from South Africa, because that they don't get Southern biscuits and gravy. So I'm gonna have to do that, and I have full plans of it. And when I get to Dallas, I will end up going to the grocery store and I will buy all of the things that I need to make the biscuits and gravy. But and my patrons will probably laugh at this. Y'all know that I'm not gonna wake up before them to cook them breakfast. It's not gonna happen. My cousin's gonna have to kick me and roll me out of the bed. It'll probably be Amy that'll just get fed up with me because I'll be pulling the covers over my head going, leave me alone, my feet still hurt. And she's gonna get aggravated with me and go make the gravy, but that's okay because she makes fabulous gravy. Oh. It's going to be difficult. Mechanical bulls are usually found in the bars around here. I know. And I'm okay with taking them to a bar so they can go get on the mechanical bull because it's Texas and they want to get on the mechanical bull. I get it. But I just don't want to take them to an overly rowdy place. You know what I'm saying? Dee said you'll help. Dee, you gonna be over at the Good Loop's house that early? Is you flying over one now crafts enthusiast? Freaky. They must be having a conversation within them themselves. I'm just gonna leave Freaky alone. I'm not even gonna try to understand what that meant. Hey Terry, we only got about 10 minutes left, somewhere around there. I haven't started another round because I'm not quite convinced that I'm gonna keep these ones that I've kept here. I'm not convinced on it. I only have about, I finished with part 3 yesterday. So I don't have my bag in here. I think it's 6 parts. So I have at least 3 more weeks of filming. 3 more weeks that I have to film for the Blue Happy Crochet Along. But the problem is that I have 4 squares. I think it's 4 more squares for week 4 and then 8 squares, I think, for week 5. And then the last one is the joining and the border, I think. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it all into the 3 weeks. are not. Because sometimes when I'm at work, I can crochet and I can get a lot done, but then there's other times, like last week, where I don't get much done at all. And that wasn't because of work, that was because I fell down the Instagram rabbit hole. And I was lax in my duties, and I spent more time on Instagram than I did anything else. It was not okay. How much time will that take? It depends. Sometimes, like yesterday, I finished filming in 4 hours, 3.5. No, I think it was like maybe 3.5 hours. I finished filming yesterday, but I only finished the second portion of part 3, because the week before was when Jennifer was at the Cape Town Fiber Festival. So I filmed for 2 hours, and I did the first part of the square with full intentions of doing the live on Good Loops with Jennifer and Carlay, and then coming back and turning the live back on for the patrons and finishing. Well, the Good Loops live went for like 1 hour and 20 minutes. So it was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. And then as soon as we finished, a massive thunderstorm came through, and I can't film while the thunderstorm is going on. So that was not okay. So it was only, I mean, but you know, like, as the bigger squares get, it takes longer. I don't know. I have no idea how much time it's going to take. And then I have to edit them all, and I have to get them all ready. And I have like 3 weeks to do it. So there's going to be some nights where I'll come home from work and I'll be up until like 3 o'clock in the morning filming or editing or both, so I can get it done. But the good thing is I'm not taking on any more crochet alongs. I'm not taking on any more tutorials. I'm taking a very, very long break from it because there's just too much. Too much. I need a little break. Plus I want to go down a rabbit hole. And I can't go down the rabbit hole right now because I have work to do, and I have commitments, and I want to go down a rabbit hole. Steph will probably separate us. Lord, you guys, being around Jennifer is a little troublemaker. Jennifer is a little troublemaker, and you get her and Amy together, and my cousin is just the sweetest. She's so sweet, and she's so soft-spoken, and she's so very kind, and she's the nice one. Like, she's always the nice one. But being around Jennifer, her and Jennifer, y'all, like, they were I mean, it was fun when we were all in Manchester together, but Lord have mercy, you put them two together, you ain't getting no rest. You ain't getting no rest at all. So I have no idea what it's going to be like in Dallas with Jennifer, my cousin, Emma, who is big trouble. Big trouble with Emma. And then Dee, and then Sue. Y'all are going to make me crazy. Y'all are going to make me plumb crazy. Gillies in downtown Dallas would be good. Oof, I don't want to drive in downtown Dallas. Wait, you want to go down a rabbit hole? Yes, I want to go down a rabbit hole. I have a rabbit hole. I've already picked out my hole, and I want to go down it. I just can't go down it because I have responsibilities. Jennifer did lots of tutorials. Which Jennifer are you talking about? Because I'm talking about my Jennifer, my partner with Good Loops Yarn. That's the Jennifer that I'm talking about. But you love us. Yes, I do love you. And it will be fun, and we will make lots and lots of memories. So keep praying, because applications just closed yesterday. So keep praying that we get into the Dallas Fiber Festival. Whew. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a sweet little angel. That's what everybody thinks about Amy, too. Amy's like that sneak attack. She's so kind. So's my Aunt Jean Ann. My cousin is yeah. Now, I ask stupid questions all the time, and it's because I have no filter, and because a lot of the times whenever I am talking, I think, and then the words just come out, and sometimes I don't have time to stop myself. So me and my Aunt Jean Ann, were in my Nanny and my Poppy's kitchen, and we were making crab cakes, and I was cutting up onions. I think I was mincing onions, and she was over there, and she was mixing stuff by hand in the bowl. And I said, did you know that crabs are insanely high in sodium? Like, insanely high. Like, you can get a month's worth of sodium intake in 3 crab cakes. And she said, well, yes. I said, isn't that awful? I wonder why that is. That's just horrible. It's just horrible. I could eat my weight in snow crab legs. I love them. And she goes, well, honey, they do live in the ocean. I'm not even safe from my sweet Aunt Jean Ann. Good night, Aunt Jean Ann. I love you very much. I will talk to you tomorrow. Cowboys Red River off 35 would be better. We will see. We will see. When will you know when you get into Dallas? When we get an email. That is when we will know. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. But they have to choose 95 vendors. There's only 9. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Look. Oh no, that's not okay. Y'all know what we doing next week? I don't have horns, I have halo holders. What are the color bags behind you? Those are It's Crochet O'Clock bags. This is a small one. You can buy it if you go to the It's Crochet O'Clock website. You can click on merch and you can buy the small one. The big one is for patrons only. That is a patron only gift. That orange one right there is my 31 bag that's got llamas on them. And behind there, what you see right there, those are Ravana kits that have been put together for Pip and Poppycock's Ravana pattern. Oh. Frogging and redoing. Yep, we're going to be frogging. Frogging, because I have changed my mind and I am unhappy. You know what makes me the most sad about the situation? Is all of those baubles. All of those baubles. All of those baubles. We're going to frog about. Yes, we are. We're going to frog them all out. We're going to take them. I can't believe that. I am so cranky about that. I just can't take it. And I know that this is just a workup, but that is just way off, you guys. It's like not even thinking about being in the realm where it needs to be. Whew. All right, you guys. I'm going to go eat dinner. I'm going to finish watching the Justice League. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to stay awake and finish watching the Justice League. I hope you guys have a great week. Don't forget that Jennifer and I also go live on the Good Loops Facebook page on Thursdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget that if you're going into withdrawals, you can always join the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, because we are always there. I am always there. We're always hanging out. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on. People are also showing all of their Yaya's Hugs patterns, their colorways, and some of them are beautiful. Some of them are absolutely stunning. And Chantel goes live on the Fiberific the Fiberific YouTube channel on Wednesday evenings. Same time I go live, but on Wednesday. All right. I made it through the 2 hours. All right, everybody. Have a good evening. I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.